Hello guys, so today I'm going to be planting this avocado tree using the mound method. I use the mound method because avocados really need good drainage soil, but we have the worst clay soil in the world here. So what I'm doing is I have made a hole very big and just about 6 to 8 inches deep. This is not where the plant is going to go. I'm going to fill this up with compost and steer manure and add a little bit of fertilizer, and then put the plant on it and make a mound. So the plant is about the water level. So in case if the water does accumulate a little bit over here, the plant is going to be above it. Another method is using a trench where you dig 2 holes on each side where the water is supposed to go there, but that is much harder since this soil is impossible to dig in. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill it in with some compost and steer manure. Sorry if the video is a little shaky. I'm taking the video with one hand and filming with the other. So I'm just going to put it all in. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding some fertilizer. I haven't filled it all the way till the top. As you can see, there's like another 1.5 inches left. So this actually is much wetter than it is in the video. In the video, it looks like it's all dry, but it's actually pretty wet and moist. So I'm just gonna put some general fruit tree fertilizer. It's high on nitrogen, and I want that because, as you can see here, this tree is not anywhere near fruiting yet, and I really wanted to boost up its leaves, and especially in the winter, it needs those good leaves to stay alive if they want to make it through the winter. You also need to have good amounts of phosphorus and potassium, and this fertilizer does have it. I'm just gonna sprinkle it around. I'm just gonna put very little at the top because the majority of the roots are not gonna be here. So I'm gonna sprinkle it around very little, and this is organic. And after that, I'm gonna be adding some steer manure. But before that, I want to add some clay soil. This azomite has lots of calcium in it. That's why I want it. As you can see, it has a little bit of fertilizer too. So it's mainly minerals. So I'm not going to fertilize this again with azomite or minerals for like 2, maybe 5 years, because I have enough clay soil. This is just to give it a little bit of boost, and the calcium in it is going to help stop rot. So that's the azomite. I'm going to use a little. Sprinkle it on. And now I'm just going to put the steer manure. So I kind of made a pedestal. As you see, this is a little higher. Now I'm going to mount it all the way like that. So I'm going to put the soil. And while I put the soil, I'm going to put them in steps. So then I can put fertilizer in each step. So I don't need to fertilize this for the next couple of years. So I'm just gonna work hard once and keep it like this later. So I just shall like do a top coat like once a year with trifecta. Throw this there. Just gonna put it all over. So I'm just gonna keep doing it like that, adding a little bit of very little azomite and very little fertilizer until I go up and finish the mound. Just finished putting the whole mound and all of the soil. So right now what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be going ahead and patting everything down and kind of like compressing it so the soil doesn't just like fall off whenever I water it. So like just give it a couple pats, and I'm going to water it right after I finish like making it a little bit more compressed so the soil doesn't just fall off like that every time it gets watered. I want it to be more like a natural mound than something that you just put the soil in, but it is not a natural mound, obviously. I've also added some natural soil, so it's not 100% compost in here. Oh, just make sure not to put the other soil right there on top of the compost, or else it'll create like a plate, kind of like a 1-inch plate, and whenever you want to water it, it just like makes all the water flow down. You want the water to flow down and also to go inside and absorb. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to poke a couple holes because this needs a little bit of watering here and there. And make sure you don't loosen the soil when you poke the holes. Make sure it's just like a hole. Good, I'm saying? Just a hole. And now I'm going to put water on it. And your hole is done. And I'm going to be watering this every day for the next 3 days. So you can see the water is coming down. I wanted to kind of create a shell. And as soon as it gets nice and moist in there, I'm going to be putting mulch on it so it's ready. This is how to plant an avocado in clay soil. Thank you guys for watching. This is Sankalp City from the Green Gardening channel, and bye.
Thank you guys for watching my video. Please cultivate that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already.